Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 11 and also the Episode 12 today. 2 episodes, that's already great, and with what is gonna happen, you know, like what I'm supposed, which is gonna happen, I think that it's already great. Like, I'm not gonna put too many stuff on my shoulders. Like, I don't know where I left you with all of the issues that I have into my apartment, you know, like the personal issues that I had. I resolved all of them. It took me one entire week with so many repairs, with so many people involved, with so many stuff to build myself, with so many stressing stuff that I couldn't control, that I was forced to wait on, that I was just forced to do, you know, directly. Like, it was not something like I could take the time to do it, you know, to take my time. Like, I could feel stuff, and if it was too much, I could leave that for the day after it, you know. No, I couldn't wait. I had to do it. So it was a lot of pressure and all, but that's it. Everything was resolved, but still, like, now that it's resolved, I can really feel that my body is, you know, is leaving me. Like, it's almost like my body telling me, I was there to support you during this entire week. I didn't say anything, like really, I was a rock for you. I was really there, I didn't say anything. Now that everything is resolved, now that I can relax, phew, I'm letting everything go, so I feel a little, you know, like that, like tired for sure, but also like, you know, when you are in hangover or something like that, when you feel that your body is like that. So 2 episodes, it's already enough for someone like me, you know, into that condition. Someone really emotional like me who is into that condition, meaning that I'm gonna be even more emotional than usually. And someone who is gonna discover these 2 episodes, like after what happened during the 2 last ones. I edited these videos, and now that I had the time to think about it and all, I was clearly not prepared for these episodes, not enough. Like, for all of this plan to save Bakugo to go so wrong, for All Might to face the master, you know, like, it was insane for him to be in front of him, like, that was insane to have that fight, to have all guys involved, breaking the rules, the fact that it was a subject during that moment, the fact that they broke the rules, that I can be mad about it each time that I'm gonna mention it. Like, no! In a time like that, to think about the rules and to be like, maybe we're not gonna get involved because of the rules, even if it's a question of life and death, something is wrong with these rules, and that's all. So, all of that, them saving Bakugo because Bakugo chose to trust Kirishima because their relationship, their friendship is known by Dekku like that, like it's so strong and all, for sure it's so strong, and I'm saying it since a long time, so I felt so proud, but still I'm so worried for All Might. Like, you know that since a long time, since even, you know, this anime mentioned it, I thought, I knew, I felt that All Might could die really soon because he was getting weaker, but also because, you know, my rule about having a mentor into a show, into an anime, into a movie, into a book, into anything, when you have a mentor, at some point the mentor has to disappear or to die to let the real hero shine on his or her own. So I felt that it could be the case for All Might, and the fact that he was getting weaker and some subtitles into it, like, I felt that he could die. After that, him and Gran Torino, they confirmed it, but right there to have this fight right now against the master and all of what they said, these two, you know, I'm like, maybe All Might can die right now. And also the master, I had the impression that he was ready to die, to, you know, to give his heritage to Tomura, like that's it. Like I have the impression that these two, they are into the same situation. They want to fight each other, they want to win against each other, they have stuff to prove, they want to finish stuff, even if it means to sacrifice themselves, so even if it means that they can die, they don't care because they know that they have an heir, you know, someone who is going to take their places. Like I really felt a big parallel between these two, and right there we know that this fight is going to continue, so I'm really worried about it. And with how finished the last episode, I think that we're gonna talk about All Might's origin. You know that after I watched the movie, I watched also the special which was going with the movie and which was introducing a little his origins. So I know a little of it, I know a little of All Might's mentor, but I think that right there maybe we're gonna know more about her and how she died because the master began to talk about it. So I think that it's gonna be about that, and I'm truly worried about All Might dying. I'm not worried, but I'm suspecting that maybe the master can die also, at least he thinks so himself. And yes, our guys, they managed to escape with Bakugo, but was it enough? Like, are we gonna have more stuff about it? The other heroes, they're supposed to come, but how long is it gonna take? Best Genist, he really died? Like, during the review of the last episode, I had so many stuff to talk about that it was just at the end of the review that I was like, oh, in fact the guy, he died, right? Like, that was really shocking, and it happened so fast. And the fact that he was Bakugo's mentor during his internship, I'm wondering, you know, the impact that it can have on Bakugo. So really, so many things can happen during these 2 episodes that it's okay. If I'm watching only 2 episodes today, like really, it's okay already because of what is gonna happen during this episode, but also because of my personal context, you know, my personal mood, it's truly okay. So that's it. I'm gonna stop this intro right now, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which we have 4 episodes of advance, it's really a lot, it's 2 weeks of advance. We have extended and 4 reaction part. Let's say that for the last episodes I put only 4 reaction part. For these ones I think that it's gonna be the same. I put a lot of them for My Hero Academia. So if you guys, you can be interested by these advantages and also to support me, to encourage me to continue my videos and my channel, because you know it, with YouTube it's really rough. We're not a lot on Patreon, so really each one of you counts. So if you want and if you can, don't put yourself into any difficulty. You have my Patreon to support me and to have these advantages. Let's go for this episode. I don't know if you can see them, but I have so many bruises, you know, on my legs because I was stressed during the night, you know, while I was asleep. So I made myself some bruises without knowing it. It's awful. Really, my legs are awful right now.
私のオリジン、みんなで笑って暮らせる世の中にしたいです。そのためには象徴が必要です。
C'est un flashback épisode? Non.
国民によりどころがないから。ですから僕がその柱になります。
だからヒーローになりたいと？無個性なのに？
はい。
ヤギとシノリだっけ？お前本当面白いな。
It's like the conversation that you had with Dekku.
貴様の汚れた口でお師匠の名を出すな。光が先行し、まるで実力の伴わない女だった。俺生みの親として恥ずかしくなったよ。実にみっともない死に様だ。どこから話す？
Oh, you're so awful! Woo! Yes, don't try to discuss with him. It's not gonna work. Ah. Come, all of you, come! Why are you just watching? Come and help! They're all gonna think that is not enough, they're all gonna lose hope. Villains are winning right there by showing All Might like that. Don't worry, no.
惨めな姿を世間にさらせ。
Everyone can see your skinny appearance. You can't come back right now. You can't retransform, and they all know, and they're all gonna lose up. That's what you wanted. Maybe you don't want to kill him, you just want that, you know, to discredit him. Huh? Tomura is your mentor's grandson?
君は戸村を下したね。何にも知らず勝ち誇った笑顔で。笑顔はどうした？
It's gonna be too rough for him to go after Tomura now that he knows it. Oh, fuck. That's so well played, you know, for him. They all need you to win to protect them. They're supporting you still. He's desperate. He's ready to die. Finally you came! It took you long enough! Thank you for the support, but I still don't appreciate you at all. Ah, you were told before.
この国には今柱がないんだって。だから自分がその柱になるんだ。お前は柱だ。決して折れちゃいけない柱。ナンバーワンヒーロー。
They're all
聞こえて
continuing.
いる。お前を応援し続けるみんなの声が。お前の勝利を願うみんな。お前のようなヒーローになりたいと願う生徒たちの声が。
今までのような衝撃波では体力を削るだけで確実性がない。今の最高最適の個性たちで先ほど手を合わせてようやく確信を得たよ。オールマイト他にもうワン
Oh, you guessed that he passed it. He's gonna die. Oh, you guessed! You guessed that it's... What? No? Not the right time to think about how you're teaching him stuff. Your pedagogic skills, you know? Oh, this image is beautiful. You didn't finish your training? Because you didn't finish your training. And you listened to your teacher. And? For real, it can be enough. It was your last move. Like, your fire, your quirk is done. And you're gonna watch them with a smile. You can transform, so no, you still have your quirk. For the image, for people to represent. Come on, share with the others. Yeah, I need this episode to end. It has been too long. He's still alive? He was talking to you directly, you know, Dekku. Really? All of this? You know it's the end of you, hero. They don't know it, but you know it. And Bakugo knows you, so he knows it also. Oh fuck! And I don't see it. No, I don't see it. It's better like that. What was this episode? I felt like I lost two liters, you know, of water by sweating and all. I don't care if it's not sexy, you know, if it's not really nice to say something like that. I fucking don't care. Like, I was so stressed that really, ew. And this episode, we didn't have any break, you know, into it. Normally we have a break, so I know that it's already half of the episode. This time, nothing like that. I felt it. I felt it that he could die. I felt also that the master could die. Yes, each time I'm naming him the master, get used to it. I felt it that both, they were ready to kill each other and to sacrifice themselves to do so. Because also they both think that that's it, they have an heir, you know, so they can do it. But at the same time, right there at the end, All Might, you know, why he went for it with the rest of his strength, the rest of his quirk, his final move, his final use of his quirk, you know. It was for sure to fight the master, to have him, it was for sure to prove to everyone that they are right to trust him, to trust heroes, you know. He wants to be that symbol of peace because he wants for people to believe that there is right and wrong into this world and that heroes, they are there to protect them, that they are safe. He wants to... for people to believe so. But all of what he said during that moment, for me, it showed also that he doesn't think that he is ready to die. He felt, you know, like he didn't train enough Dekku. Like he wanted to stay also for Dekku. Oh, we learned so many stuff during this episode. I'm coming back. I'm gonna take a tissue and I'm coming back to talk about it. I don't know where to begin. Maybe by these flashbacks that we had with his mentor. She was so nice. I wish, you know, that we could spend more time with her. Right there we saw the discussion when she decided to give him her power, and that's so fun because it was such a good parallel with the moment when he gave his power, he chose Dekku. That was such a good parallel. I truly appreciated it. That flashback was cool to see also the fact that she taught him that he has to smile always, it's gonna make him stronger. That flashback also with Gran Torino when he was a well-known hero, you know, not that old guy. These flashbacks were cool. The fight for sure with All Might and the Master was cool. To learn during this fight that in fact Tomura, it's her grandson. He made it on purpose, like he chose this hair, you know, the Master on purpose. Maybe Tomura was really promising and that's why, you know, he was a good candidate, but why did you choose him truly? It was for his connection with All Might, in fact, because you knew that it would be really difficult for All Might after that to go after Tomura, knowing that he's related to his mentor. Like, it would be such a dilemma for him. How can you do it, you know, to go after the grandson of your mentor, to kill him? He can't do it. Is he gonna train, you know, Dekku for doing it? He's gonna do it, but even that, you know, it's such a strong dilemma for All Might. It's so much. For sure, it was a good choice, it was a clever choice that the Master made right there. And to reveal it during the fight to All Might, that was pretty clever also to disturb him. Like during the fight, revealing to All Might that he understood that All Might already gave his quirk to someone, that is losing it little by little, and that the someone who has the quirk now, it's Midoriya, and he guessed it, like really to reveal it during the fight. It was such a good way to disturb All Might. I'm wondering, you know, no, at the television they didn't have that, you know, these discussions. They filmed it, they had the fight, but they were not close enough to have the sound, so they don't know for Midoriya being his hair, you know, All Might's hair or anything like that. They had just that moment at the end because the camera was so close to All Might. But right there at the end, okay, All Might, he won that fight, cool. But at the same time, after that, they said that they were arresting him. So I don't understand, like, I need to come back to that moment. You're arresting who? You are arresting the Master? You're rescuing people, okay? They're leading him into the Maiden right now, so yes, you're arresting him. The League of Villains, they're gonna do everything that they can to take him back, to release him. It's clearly not the end of him. And I'm not sure, you know, that's it. He gave everything that he knows he has to give, you know, to Tomura, for Tomura to be the next him. Truly, I'm not so sure. Tomura, it's her grandson. You know the flashback that we saw with Tomura? He was on the floor crying, like no hero was there to help him, to save him. I don't understand, you know. Your parents, one of them, I think your dad, was her son. So it means that it was an hero. He was not there to help you, to save you. And you know, when I thought again about that flashback, I was like, maybe right there Tomura did something wrong. You know, he was a kid, but maybe he killed someone or something like that. You know, something bad happened and he was involved, maybe he was responsible of it. And the master intervened, saying, no hero came to help you, to save you, maybe because they considered you as a villain or something like that. But now that we know that it's our grandson, I'm like, how no one kept an eye on this child? Like, for example, Gran Torino, who was her friend. How can it be possible? Like, why did they lose track on that kid? They didn't know about it. I want to know more about that, you know, really more about his background, what happened for him. The fact that everyone was cheering for All Might. No, at first, people seeing that fight and seeing All Might's real appearance, they were all losing hope, they were all disappointed, they were all terrified. Oh, that's All Might. First, he lied to us. Then it means that in front of that villain, he can't win. Heroes can't win, can't protect us. Like, they were really questioning everything after that reveal. So after that, when everyone was still cheering for him, supporting him, it was so emotional. Like, it was so great. For sure, I had some tears during that moment, even more because after that, we had our guys, our students cheering for him, Bakugo and Dekku. That was so cool. But at the end, Dekku, he understood that right there, that move that All Might made at the end, it was his final move. He saw it. He felt it. Maybe also there is something with the quirk. He felt it. And he was crying like hell. And Bakugo, we saw that he saw it. And for sure, someone like Bakugo, since a long time, he made a connection between All Might and Dekku. Something is happening, but he didn't know what. Right there for Dekku to react like that when everyone is cheering, he knows that Dekku is clever, so he knows that Dekku knows that something is wrong, really wrong, that he deserves all of his tears and it's painful and it means a lot. I think that it's not gonna take a long time, you know, for Bakugo to understand right there. I have the impression that I should talk about other things during this review because really so many stuff happened during this episode. It was intense, with no breaks, all of this fight, all of these discussions, all of these reveals, these flashbacks. None of them died at the end, you know, the Master or All Might. But both of you, at least All Might lost his entire quirk, like it was his final move. And I have the impression that it might be the case also for the Master. Like it was the end of him. Gran Torino helping during the fight, that was so great. Thank you for that so much. Some of the pro heroes also coming during that moment. I thought that they would never come. I was really like, you're taking your time. So I was glad to see them appear, but I was also a little mad at them for being that late. And over what he said, you know, he was supporting All Might in his own way. Meaning, like, I wish that I was you during all of this time, so you have to be great enough now. It was almost that he said. In a way, I fucking don't care about his support, about for what reason, how he's doing it and all. Thank you for it, because it seems like it helped a little All Might, but it's not because of that that I'm gonna forget and forgive what you did, who you are, truly inside. Nope. Oh, that was great as an episode, but I'm exhausted, you know, it was a lot to take, and like I said, I was so much into it, it was so intense, like, it feels like, it was too much also. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there this review. I'm gonna watch one more episode. I think that the next episode is gonna be about the consequences of this fight, and for sure we are gonna have plenty. For All Might revealing his appearance, for All Might not having any quirk but no one knowing about it, for Dekku knowing about it, and maybe also All Might's closest friends, you know, for the consequences of this fight no matter what, with the fact that Bakugo was kidnapped, the Nomus, all of the Ring of Villains, all of them, so many consequences. So, I'm gonna stop this video right now, so it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Crazy.